The International Air Transport Association, or IATA, forecast that by 2014, Vietnam would become the world's third fastest growing market for international passengers and freight, only after China and Brazil. Vietnam's demand for air travel achieved double-digit growth this year, creating opportunities for major aircraft manufacturers such as Boeing and Airbus. So what are the potentials of Vietnam's aviation industry? What are the development strategies of domestic airlines, and how will the sector transform in the future?
Vietnam's first airline was founded in 1956. However, it was only until the mid-1990s that the country's air transport sector really blossomed. Last year, Vietnam's airports welcomed 37.5 million passengers, up 7% year-on-year and nearly fourfold the 2002 figure. This also represents an average of 15% annual growth in passenger volume over the past decade. Domestic carriers have been eager to ride the wave of growth. From 1 million passengers in 1992, domestic airlines have raised their passenger volume to 17.5 million in 2012 and an estimated 20 million this year. Also notably, all domestic carriers reported profits for the first half of this year and are poised for a boom with fleet expansions and new routes.
Vietnam Airlines and Vietjet Air are the two biggest domestic airlines, having a lot of opportunities to grow. So how have they prepared to grasp these opportunities? Let's take a listen.
Vietnam Airlines is the country's biggest market player, currently servicing 50 international and 40 domestic routes. As part of its 5-year strategy, the corporation plans to strengthen its position in the domestic market by reaching out to new international destinations. To facilitate these plans, the company has increased its fleet size and aims to reach 150 aircraft by 2020, nearly double the current figure. To finance the fleet, Vietnam Airlines started to implement a restructuring and initial public offering or IPO strategy in 2012. The company is on track to launch its IPO in the first half of 2014, its main targets being strategic investors. In the low-cost segment, Vietjet Air has emerged as the dominant player with a fleet of 10 planes. The private carrier currently operates 600 flights per week, and Vietjet Air says that the demand from domestic customers is growing. In September this year, Vietjet Air placed a provisional order to buy up to 92 aircraft from Airbus, with the first delivery scheduled for next year. The low-cost carrier is aiming for a stock market listing in a foreign country to fund the expansion. With their ambitious plans, Vietnam Airlines and Vietjet Air are taking the country's aviation industry to new heights. Globally, airlines are known to struggle with low profit margins due to the high costs of fuel, infrastructure, labor, aircraft purchase, leasing, and maintenance. Amidst the challenge of cost efficiency, low-cost airlines have emerged as a promising model. Over the past 6 years, Vietnam has seen the birth of 3 private low-cost carriers. 2 of them, Air Mekong and Indochina Airlines, have ceased operations due to financial losses. Meanwhile, Vietjet Air reported a profit after just 2 years of operation in July this year. Cost management aside, Vietnamese airlines are also facing challenges from the country's airports. Overloaded terminals, low service quality, and delays are some of the main complaints. The 2 biggest hubs, Nội Bài and Tân Sơn Nhất international airports, are both suffering from these problems. In light of these issues, the Ministry of Transport has backed a plan to improve aviation infrastructure in the country. The plan foresees the construction of the new T2 terminal at Nội Bài Airport and the Long Thành International Airport in Ho Chi Minh City, as well as smaller airports in the central and southern regions.